do that. All right, House of the Dragon season 2, episode 2. I'm going to tell you, I think this might be one of my favorite episodes of Game of Thrones ever. I don't know why. Everything in this episode worked for me. The fucking arguments that were happening worked for me. I think Otto Hightower has the funniest line in Game of Thrones when he's sitting there with what's his face, the king, and he's like, Sir Kristen Cole came up with a plan, and Otto Hightower is like, oh, did he? What is it? like this fucking idiot that I'm dealing with.
I had an issue with the episode, obviously. The Battle of the Arrax. I had no fucking clue what was happening. And I think that was the whole point. And I'm watching this, and then he stabs Eric, stabs Eric, or Eric stabs Eric. I don't know who won that fight. And I'm like,
Eric.
I look at my wife and I go, they're going to have to kill the other one.
Yes.
And she was like, why? And I go, there is no way of knowing who actually won this. There's no way. And then when he falls on his own sword, I was like, oh, fuck. I said, all right.
Solved.
I said, but I guess at the same time, we'll still never know who fucking won. It's one of the great unanswered questions.
No.
Eric really won.
Eric, the one who was with Rhaenyra, won. Because why would the other one impale himself on the sword saying, I'm sorry, Your Majesty?
Because maybe he had a change of heart after
Classic
stabbing his brother in the heart.
Bullshit. If he killed his brother, he would have been so fucking pissed that he had to do it, he would have for sure killed Rhaenyra too.
I don't know.
I think Eric won, and then he killed himself because he was so grief-stricken about.
I think if their mother is not dead, she should be killed as well for naming her twin children Eric and Eric.
Yeah,
fucking stupid. I feel so bad for Cheese.
You do?
No, I don't. But have you heard that? So more people are upset about Cheese kicking his dog than people are upset about those two guys beheading a toddler.
It was unnecessary. That's why.
Dude, not even remotely surprised about that.
I'm not surprised at all because there's a lot of.
They said, "I can't believe he kicked a fucking dog." It's like, yeah,
but
2 minutes later they chopped off a toddler's head.
Have you heard about the governor of South Dakota?
Yeah.
She wrote that scene. But no, dude, like there are people out there that love animals so much that they can't take any animal cruelty in shows and shit like that. And I don't know, maybe it's because I have kids. Now animal violence doesn't affect me at all. Like I don't know if it is as soon as you have kids.
It wasn't real. He didn't actually kick a real
I know
dog.
this.
Necessary. There's no reason for it. He takes his frustration out on that fucking thing for no reason. It's just a dick.
I saw a mouse run across Route 3 today. That was interesting.
Like Froggy.
Can't sped up.
And I immediately thought of Cheese and all of his rat catcher brothers just dangling from the walls.
I love Aegon's response to that though. When he's like, well, I killed at least one of them was guilty. Like that's incredible. Yeah. Kill all the rat catchers.
Yep. Now there's going to be, there's going to be like a fucking plague or something because now there's nobody to catch the rats. You killed them all.
Yep.
That's exactly how
That's
it
where
rolls,
the
man.
cats come in.
I really dug it. I was I liked is it Rhaenys? Is that the name of the aunt or the aunt there? Like she's so fucking chill and like cool. She should definitely have been the one who was made the queen.
Absolutely.
Like in the first episode of the show. Clearly. Like look at her husband, fucking Lord Corlys Valerian. That dude's chill too.
The sea snake. They're just laying in bed being like, yeah.
He's like, I've been ruled by a woman before. I don't mind. Like that dude's like the best, dude.
He's like, best. Shit's getting real out there, but you know what? Let's just hang out while we have the time, man.
Yeah, dude. Like we got nowhere to go. We got a sick fucking Cape Cod house.
He's like, we got a sick Cape Cod house. My ship is fucked. I have to wait for people to fix it, so I can't do anything. You got your dragon, but you flew your dragon over here, so let's just chill, be together.
Do you think this is not at all a real question about the show, but do you think that dude ever was like, "Hey, can I ride your dragon?" Like,
yeah,
100%. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd want to do that
like
if my wife could fly a dragon and I couldn't. I'd be like, can I fly on it too? But like, or is it like, no, he'll fucking eat you.
Can you take me for a ride on your dragon, please?
That's saddles for two.
Question.
Answer.
Question for everybody. Question for the class, if you will. That scene in episode 2 where the guy comes home to his wife making chicken soup and the sick kid. Did you have any idea who the fuck that was without looking it up?
No, nope. I only did because at the end of it, when he dropped the line saying, well, he hasn't paid us yet, I was like, oh, that's the fucking guy from the episode before who he said that Aegon says he's going to pay in advance for the steel work.
Yep. I was like,
but I agree.
Who the fuck is you? Who are you?
They keep doing that. Like they introduce these side characters that aren't important yet, and that's fine. That's how a show works. But like when they cut to Hugh and when they cut to the fucking brothers building the boat, I'm like, who are these people? Like what relevance are they really gonna have in the show? You know? But
that's another one. Those two brothers that are doing the boat things, both of their names start with A. This is just some lazy fucking writing.
Oh, you.
It's like Alan and
Aaron
and yeah.
Yeah, I think that actually might be it. Alan and Aaron. I did like that scene with the other brother though, when he's like, I don't know, fucking trolling for fish or whatever he's doing in the shallows there, and then he finds the little crab. He's like, oh, let me pick you up because I'm bigger than you, just for having the dragon fly overhead of him. And he's like, oh shit.
He's like, that was a dragon.
That's a sick looking dragon, by the way. That's the
who was it?
That's Bela. That's Daemon's daughter, married to the other son, Jaharis, or whatever the fuck his name is.
She has a dragon?
Yeah, they all have dragons. All of Corlys's family did.
Didn't I send you that on the random
track of all these fucking dragons?
Her dragon's like white with like black stripes. It looks fucking awesome.
They all look like fucking dragons. All I know is the one-eyed dick, his dragon is fucking massive.
Yeah.
And they put that poor kid on like a fucking tricycle with extra training wheels. And then he got eaten.
Oh,
the one that got eaten.
His dragon was little. Yeah.
His dragon was the tiniest dragon.
Well, it's growing, man. It's like Daenerys' dragons. They didn't get fucking big till like season 7.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I really like the show. I think I think it's interesting that Daemon and Rhaenyra had that like epic fight in the middle of like episode 2, and he just fucking like storms off. That seems like something that a little early for that kind of a split to happen, but
yeah. And then the random person is like, where's he gone? And she's like, Harrenhal. She's like, for how long? A week? Forever?
That's Bela. That's Bela. That's the girl who flew the fucking dragon.
No, it's not. The one here, that was the woman she was a hua. She's a fucking hua in King's Landing.
Okay. Yes, you are thinking of the whore.
Yeah.
She was a hooer.
Fucking huas.
Because Bela walked in right after that fight. That's why I said that. She's like, father. And he's like, fuck off.
Fuck off, I'm leaving.
I like it. There's no action in the show yet, but I'm fine. I'm fine with it.
There truly isn't.
Do you think
I say you better start doing it. Oh, I was waiting for that head to just roll right off.
Me too. I was like, this is gonna be awful. I can't watch when this head comes off this fucking kid's shoulders.
Oh no, they hit the rock, and I'm like,
he's fucking rocking the goddamn
rocking on.
That head's loosely on there, like
they sewed it on loosely.
Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you like what you saw here, make sure you're subscribed. We're trying to grow this channel and every single subscription helps. You know what else helps? Clicking that like button. Click that notification bell. That way every single time that we drop a new bit of content, you get notified about it. If you like these conversations and you want to see the full unedited versions of them, make sure you go over and check out the Random Things podcast. We go live every Thursday night and it gets crazy. We'll probably get canceled before we get too big.